Failure to ID is a secondary charge.
I asked you for your driver's license.
It's a secondary.
You told me no. So I'm asking again for your driver's license.
It is a secondary offense. What's their primary charge?
I want to identify you.
You can't just go ID anybody you want to go ID. You can't go ID anybody you want to identify.
Because every I'm talking to you, she's every time responding. Can you please?
Because we're watching you about to mess up. We're watching you about to mess up.
So I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So since we're learning,
okay.
Question. If we are driving around patrolling, correct, which is our job, right?
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the San Joaquin News Network. Today's your guys' host, NateK2082, bringing to you guys another video. This time, by the way, here of personally one of my favorite channels on YouTube. This one goes by the name of Truth Be Told Audits. I also personally feel like you guys are going to love what you're about to see. In this video, we have Officer Bayon from the Walker, Louisiana Police Department, who you folks are about to see is extremely ignorant of the law. Stopped these folks in the dead of night for a license plate light out, which ended up being false, but then moves on over to the common, well-known excuse police love to use when heckling folks. I want you guys to check this out and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'll go ahead and see you guys at the end of the video.
How you doing?
Good, about yourself?
All right. The reason why I'm pulling you over, man, when I came out a minute ago, I looked up, the light spray light didn't appear to be illuminated. So when I pulled out, and as soon as I got behind her, y'all pulled into the feed store. And when I passed you up, it was like you waited and pulled back out.
I was seeing what you're doing.
Yeah, we were going to come see you.
Y'all coming to see me?
Coming to see you.
Okay.
See what you're doing.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's working though, because I know all my lights work on this truck.
Yep.
Yeah, it didn't appear to be illuminated.
It didn't appear to be.
No.
So this is an illegal stop.
Not at all.
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Bayon.
Bayon?
Bayon?
Yep. And so
badge number?
You have your driver's license on you?
What do I need to get my driver's license for?
Because right now this is an investigative stop.
But what law did I break?
What'd you pull him over for?
What law did I break? But it's illuminated, right? You can't just stop people when you want. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Sir, I do not care about anything.
You don't know who I am then.
You
See,
just
you done screwed up right now. If you don't have to get my ID because I committed I didn't break no law.
I'm gonna get your ID because when I asked,
you're gonna have to take me to jail then.
Number two, because I told you it was suspicious activity. What happened? So that's why I started
you were messing up you're messing up so bad right now. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. No.
So do you have a
is suspicious activity a misdemeanor or a felony?
It gives me reason to stop someone.
Right, but what law did I break?
Do you have a driver's license?
I have a driver's license, yes.
Of course he does.
Of course I do.
You need a lawful reason to pull him over.
You have to have a reason to pull me over.
You need a lawful reason to pull him over.
Let me see. Get your supervisor. Get your supervisor out here. Okay. Let me speak with your supervisor. Go and tell him to come on over.
You better get your supervisor.
You better get your supervisor because you're about to mess up real super bad right now. Here we go. I'm fixing to go to jail.
Are you live?
Huh?
Are you live?
No.
You need to cut it and go live. Yep. One of you.
Hey! Tick tick!
Sir, you can hold on tight for a second.
Uh-oh.
This is an unlawful stop.
It's not.
You need to learn the law. You have no idea who you just stopped. Yes, sir. That's right. It better be sir, servant. It better be sir, servant. Public servant.
Oh, shit. They don't like being told what they are.
I'm here to educate you. They won't even know.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You want to speak to me?
Yes, sir. Come on. What's your name? Can I see you? Can you come up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can you please come over here?
Come this way.
I can't hear you.
Come see.
Come see?
Yeah.
Be a man.
What's your name? Dylan. You got a badge number?
20.
20? Yeah, because Gregory was 21, and he's no longer with y'all's department for certain reasons. Why don't you come over here?
What is the problem?
I'll talk to you. You're welcome to record. Come see me.
Yeah, of course we are.
So are you ordering me out of the truck?
I'm asking you to come here.
You're asking me to come over there. Watch this. Let's go talk to these coppers right over here.
All right, well, what's the problem?
It's an illegal stop.
Okay. Also.
Because he says that he thought my plate was illuminated, which clearly my plate is illuminated on both sides. And then he says I was being suspicious. Suspicious is not a crime. Suspicion is no reason to give up. In Louisiana, The only way you have to give up your ID is if you committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or have about to commit a crime.
I want all you folks watching right now to know that there is no state in the United States of America that has such thing called stop an ID. I wish I was more educated on where such a propagated term started and stemmed from, because I believe it is major propaganda, giving police officers any reason to believe that they are allowed to stop and ID you, exactly like the one here in this video, whether it be suspicion or whatever reason they wish to ID you, which in reality, an officer does not even have to know your name if you have not committed a crime. Although, even if you have committed a crime and are under custody, your most important right is the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. They aren't so subtle about it when they tell you that whatever you say will be held against you in a court of law.
Those are the three things for the statute for failure to ID. Failure to ID is a secondary charge, but he's got to have a primary charge. There is no primary charge. So suspicion is not a crime. You can't just pull people over and say, well, you're in a suspicious area, or you're in a suspicious neighborhood, or you're in a drug area. You can't just stop people and get their ID for no reason whatsoever.
So what is your name?
Huh?
What is your name?
Y'all know who I am.
I don't know who you are, buddy. I've never seen you before.
Do you know what I'm doing here with the cameras and all that?
I have not a clue.
You have not a clue? I do a thing called cop watching and First Amendment audits.
Oh, okay.
Now, do you know what I'm doing? Now, do you think I know what I'm talking about or don't know what I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, buddy, you
I know the law better than both of y'all, I guarantee it.
I wouldn't go that far with it, buddy, but I'm willing to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about.
I'm not going to ID for one because there is no suspicion of a crime going on. He says suspicious because I pulled in the parking lot. That's that. But okay, but what suspicion of what crime? Suspicion of what crime?
Hold on. You wanted to speak to me? I'm speaking
Okay.
to you, okay?
I just want to know suspicion of what crime, and that's the three statutes in Louisiana.
I believe that he explained it to me.
Suspicion is not a crime.
I believe there was some more involved in it than that, right?
Okay.
So what I am asking of you, right, is
Mhm.
to let him conduct this stop, right? And at the conclusion of this stop, you and I can speak again, right? But we're not going to prolong the stop.
That's right. Y'all can't. Y'all have 15 minutes, and y'all only got about 5 minutes left.
We're not going to prolong the stop, right? So that
But I'm also not going to give up my ID. Y'all are fixing to take me to jail because I committed no crime. There will be a lawsuit filed against y'all.
Nobody said you going to jail, buddy. All I asked you to do was to let him finish his stuff, right?
But his next step was to get my ID.
Okay. All right. Let him finish what he is going to do,
Mhm.
right? And at the conclusion of that, right, if you wish to speak to me further, or you feel that you have been wrong, I will gladly speak to you.
I'm telling you, I've been wronged already.
Hold on. I'll let you speak. Hold on.
Okay.
Right? If you feel that you have been wrong, right, I will gladly speak to you. I will gladly discuss the IA pursuit.
I've already filled out complaint forms on Gregory when he was here.
On who?
Gregory, W31. Huh?
He's no longer here.
I know, but you're asking who I filed complaints on. I already filed complaints on him.
I wasn't a part of that.
Trust me, I know y'all's procedures and policies. Just like 71, y'all are supposed to identify when somebody asks y'all. Y'all's policy number 71.
I told you who I was, right?
I know, yeah.
I asked you who you were out of common decency of knowing who I was speaking to. That's all.
Right, but my Fourth Amendment gives me the right to my secure my papers, persons, and effects. And the only way that y'all can see, you look confused. The only way y'all can get my
I'm not
ID.
confused at all.
Okay, so you've heard of the Fourth Amendment. Can you tell me what the First Amendment is?
The right to freedom of speech.
What are the other four?
The other four what?
The other four elements of the First Amendment.
To do. If you want to film
That's
me
what you
and
swore an
quote
oath
me,
to.
Listen to me. If you want to film me and
Don't approach me.
Stop that. Stop.
Don't approach
We're
me.
not doing that for the glorious views of YouTube.
So you do know what I'm
Okay?
doing.
So you just told me what you do.
Okay.
So you obviously post it to where?
But what makes you think that you can get in my space when I
What
did
we're
nothing
going to
wrong?
do is he's going to finish his business,
Mhm.
right? And if you want to discuss case law, amendments, anything else outside of that,
Okay.
we will gladly do it as soon as he's done.
Okay, so what do you need to finish your stop?
I would like to identify. I would like to have a driver's license.
Okay.
Because even though, like you just said, if I have reasonable suspicion to make a stop, I can make a stop. You avoid, in our drive work, people avoid us all the time who are involved in criminal activity. You avoided me. As y'all said a minute ago, I gave you all the time to talk. As y'all
Here we see once again, folks, another demonstration on just how poorly trained and educated our government officials / public servants are, as we continue to see Officer Bayon still itching for this man's identification, for I believe which he wants for his own pleasure and ego at this point. You gotta respect the commitment though. After repeatedly being told that he is in the wrong for basically demanding their identification, he continually humiliates himself on camera. Much more respect to Truth Be Told Audits and his partner in crime here, for standing up to this tyrant and not backing down, knowing their rights as well as defending them. I can tell you folks this right now, that there is no better feeling in this world than defending yourself from harm's way, especially when it's against a tyrant cop like this one.
Said a minute ago, y'all avoided me because y'all gonna come back to talk to me. I did not know that. So it seemed like you were avoiding me to avoid being stopped, either A, for criminal activity, or B, like that. So now, as I said, a suspicion.
Of what crime?
It was suspicious activity. I didn't say a crime. So in a traffic stop, I have right to identify.
No. The only way you can get ID in all 50 states is if somebody is about to commit a crime, have committed a crime, or is about to commit a crime. Mm-hmm. What's your singular artillery, or singular
can you step back to the car,
fact?
please, and record?
What's your single fact to believe that I'm committing a crime?
I got a question for you. Since we're having a dialogue now, can you tell her please to back towards the truck to record?
She's a free human being.
In the middle of the thing right here with me, it's 2 on 1.
She's filming.
So, and
she's just documenting.
I didn't say so. I said back to the back of the truck to record.
But that's unlawful directives.
No, she's right in the middle of me.
No, she's not.
Which is right in the middle of me having an investigation with you. I would like for her to back up over there. That's it.
She doesn't have to, see.
I don't trust people. No, ma'am. I don't know you, and I don't know that.
But
so I would ask you to back up.
But see, look, y'all don't know the law. See, this is the problem. Failure to identify is a secondary charge.
Question. Ask right now. Ask you for your ID. You failure to produce it. Right now. So right now, it could be any number of reasons why you wanted to avoid me. So I don't know that. So are you failing to identify right now?
We wanted to avoid you?
It's not a failure to ID.
I'm just asking you a question.
It's not. I'm answering you. It's not a failure to ID. Failure to ID is a secondary charge.
I asked you for your driver's license.
It's a secondary.
You told me no. So I'm asking you again for your driver's license.
It is a secondary offense. What's their primary charge?
I want to identify you.
You can't just go ID anybody you want to go ID. You can't go ID anybody you want to identify.
Every I'm talking to you, she's every time responding. Can you please?
Because we're watching you about to mess up. We're watching you about to mess up.
So I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So since we're learning,
okay.
Question: if we are driving around patrolling,
correct,
which is our job, right? Our job is to patrol, any type of watch criminal activity, try to
listen to this, people.
So if I'm patrolling, and let's say I see a car blacked out, pull out from behind Walgreens, and they continue down the roadway without their lights on, right? Right.
Okay.
Right.
Without their lights on. Okay.
Okay. They continue down the road without the lights on. Was it suspicious they pulled behind Walgreens and left out after hours? They're already closed. Nobody's inside the store. Would that have been suspicious that they were behind here? Could they have been involved in something? Do I have right to stop them for this suspicion?
Do you have if you have reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed?
So my reasonable, articulable suspicion is you seem to have been avoiding me. So I don't know. I said it. You seem to have been avoiding me.
You're messing up, man.
You seem to have been avoiding me.
You're messing up.
When I passed you up, that's when you pulled out to try to get behind me. That seems suspicious. What are you trying to avoid? So I made a traffic stop with you to figure that out.
Okay.
So now I want you to figure out.
But see, okay.
So now I have 2 reasons.
Here goes the Fifth Amendment. I don't have to answer your questions.
We're talking.
But I don't have to. But what I'm saying is I could stop at any time.
Okay. So
that is my Fifth Amendment right.
So now, actually, for your driver's license, why make it hard for me to do my job?
Because I am a First Amendment auditor and a cop watcher. We don't give up. We stand on our rights is what we do. My Fourth Amendment says I do not have to give up my ID unless I'm about to commit a crime, have committed a crime, or you suspect me of doing a crime. Without those 3 elements, look it up under state Louisiana Penal Code.
Wait over there.
Wait over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll be right back with you.
Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Right. I'm allowed to pull into any parking lot and pull out of that parking lot and drive up the street if I want. Suspicion of what crime?
All it is suspicion.
All it is suspicion, but he can't tell me what crime. What crime? You have to ID in the state of Louisiana if you're committing a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing? I will sue y'all. I've done plenty of 1983 lawsuits. That's why I have my hands out. If you want to arrest me because you will mess up. I do know what I'm talking about. And then you'll lose your qualified immunity on top of that. I hope he tells you the right thing right now. Suspicion of what crime?
He's the guy that was at the gas station the other night. That boy.
Oh, he was?
Yep.
Oh, he is?
Yep, he is. I remember the number.
So let's see how smart your sergeant is. Is he going to look up the law? I hope he looks up the law.
All right. You can get back in your truck.
Oh, thank you very much.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You can get back. I don't want you to keep standing out here.
Oh, no, I don't mind standing up. He wanted me to get out, so now I'm out.
All right. So right now, I'm about to get in here and look up some things.
Okay.
To see if I have grounds for a second.
Okay. Can I tell you which one to look up?
I can tell you no, because I'm going to look up something for my own report.
Okay. But you only have 15 minutes on a traffic stop.
On a regular one. Again, I'm conducting an investigation.
Of what crime? Of what crime?
You're illegally extending.
You're illegally
I'm
standing
about
in the
to look up
stop.
something real quick, and if it goes to how I need it to go, at this time, we're going to hold on to that. But if it goes how I'm thinking it might go, you might can go. But if I want to look into it further, then yeah, you'll probably.
But can I tell you this one thing, just between you and me?
Finish.
Okay, no, I'm go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. If it goes how I'm hoping it goes to go, but
okay.
If I look into it further, then yes, sir, I probably will have to arrest you. Okay.
For what?
Really?
For what crime?
Failure to identify, and I would have to book you in.
A failure to identify is a secondary charge. You got to have a primary
I would have
charge.
to book you in as a John Doe.
Primary charge. Primary charge.
I'm just giving you the statement. I'm just giving you the whole statement.
What's the primary charge?
What's
So,
the
I'm
primary
asking you
charge,
to wait your vehicle.
officer?
What crime did I commit?
I want you to wait to your vehicle. Okay.
Failure to ID is a secondary offense.
I want you to wait to your vehicle.
Okay. You can order us to enter out of the
No,
vehicle.
if you want to stand here, that's fine.
No, but no. Let me give you the case. Pennsylvania versus Mims says that you're allowed to get us in or out of the vehicle. You're allowed to get us in or out of the vehicle for officer safety. That's Pennsylvania versus Mims.
You know, other thing I also say
That's only if you think that if your life is in danger, I might have a weapon.
or if I just don't feel comfortable and I don't know who's somebody around me.
No,
If my personal purpose, I ask somebody to back up from me, just like you asked the officer to back up, right?
But that's getting in personal space, though.
But what I'm asking you is just, hey, so somebody back up on me. If I got 5 people out here talking to me, what would I rather do as an officer?
You don't
I would rather
have
talk to
5 people
one.
out here talking to you, though.
Ma'am, it's called an example, man. Don't make something out of it.
But what crime?
So
What's
again,
the primary? Could I just ask you what the primary charge is?
I can look up something real quick.
Okay, primary charge.
You wait if you want.
Okay.
You can wait right here. It's up to you. Okay. I'm just not answering you. I can. I'm just not. So just hold tight, okay?
And here he comes, y'all.
Sir.
And you are live.
I'm sorry.
You're live?
I thought you said I was alive.
No, I say you're live.
I hope I'm alive. All right. So I call my assistant chief.
Mm-hmm.
So what he advised me to do, we're just not going to do all this tonight. I can't push
I'm not going to do all this tonight.
Yeah, I can push an issue, but I'm not.
There is no law there, brother. I'm trying to
under suspicious activity, yes, I asked him, just to clarify, I do have a right to identify, but
Of what crime? Of what crime? What was the original charge?
The original charge, there is no charge. It's suspicious activity. I can identify under suspicious activity.
No, there has to be.
No, okay, so
Is that a felony or a misdemeanor?
So with that being said, you are go ahead and free to go.
I'm free to go.
You're free to go. I'm going to take a picture of the plate. And
They have my plate everywhere here in Louisiana.
I don't know you.
We talked to
You don't have
the
to
other
know me.
night.
But I didn't know who y'all were. You said you were looking for
Y'all
somebody,
listening to this,
right?
people?
We talked
Wait,
to you
question.
the other night.
The other night you saw me, I think, at the gas station, if I remember correct. And what did you say?
Asked you where Officer
You asked for
Craven
somebody.
was.
I didn't know who y'all were, and I still don't know who y'all are.
Craven.
I'm saying I still don't know who y'all are. I'm not from down here. I don't know y'all from Adam. Okay? I don't. So,
They definitely have that truck listed.
Free to go, yep.
talking about the department,
Yes.
they might. Okay, but this
I know they
this
do.
This is for me. I do things how I'm doing things. Okay?
But failure to ID is a secondary charge. You gotta have a primary charge. And suspicion of a crime is not a primary charge.
Okay, I'll let you hold on to that.
It's
Either here nor
facts,
there.
bro. It's
Either here nor
fact.
there.
It's fact.
So if y'all want, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and y'all are good to go, okay?
You don't have a dash cam?
Yeah, I do. It's on.
So it's not getting my plate right now,
I don't
too?
have access to my dash cam. It's only admin does.
Okay.
So
you can take a picture of my plate. Oh, okay.
With that being said, if you want to still record while she gets in your driver's seat so I can show you what I saw, just so as we're talking, it is what it is.
No, yeah. Let's talk.
Let's
Let's
talk. What I
talk.
saw, just so we can also have a more rapport with each other. Like I said, which is our first time meeting, other than brief speaking of 19 words the other night, right? But yeah.
You clearly see I know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm nothing like that, am I?
I just didn't want.
But
But
I'm
you're
not
about to.
calling
You're
you
about to make a
somebody, but I'm
major
saying you are.
mistake.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, you're about to
I'm
make.
choosing not to push issues.
So you're choosing to do the right thing.
So
because you're
if you want to step back here with me, while you
Correct.
record. Or you can get behind me so you can record me.
Let me see. Let me see.
Can you get into the driver's seat?
Because those lights are
Let me let them
clearly
know. Hold on, real
illuminated.
quick. Let me let them know I'm 10-8.
Okay. Y'all hear this? Now I'm free to go.
And he'll yell out when you stop. I'll let him do that. But I want you to see.
Oh,
what I
that's
saw.
big
Wait,
time.
I want you to see what
Look
I
at this,
saw.
y'all.
I want you to see what I saw when I was down the road from you, right? Or how close was I? How close was I at that time?
The first time we passed.
When I
you.
passed, I was still in the parking lot, right?
Uh-huh.
When I pulled out, you're probably from about here to I think where that sign is right there. So I said, where did you see? I said it appeared so your lights wouldn't illuminate. I said it appeared to be, right? I didn't say
Appear
it was.
that they-
I said they appeared to be, which means I really couldn't tell from a distance.
Okay,
right?
but once you get behind people, you realize that they're on. That should have
That's why I
ended
said
it.
when you pull into that parking lot like that, it looks suspicious. Like, why are you trying to duck me? That's why was all it was.
What do you want me to do?
Just pull forward for me, ma'am.
That way we could see these license plates.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Y'all can still see the license plate, like y'all, right? Y'all can still see this license plate. Look, you can see it even in the
You have to
camera.
drive around the building.
You can still see the license plate.
So we're obviously close. I'm just trying to show you. At the distance that I was, because your lights are dull, at the distance I was, it didn't seem to be illuminated.
Okay.
And I couldn't confirm anything because you end up pulling over.
Right. But I have.
So,
but that's not against the law.
So
to pull in
wait
the
a
parking lot
second.
either,
Wait a
though.
second. If you're educating me, let me talk to you also.
Okay.
So it didn't seem to be illuminated. So when you pulled over and turned to that parking lot, it's like you were trying to avoid it. So because of the possible not illumination of the lights or anything else maybe. So there was a suspicious part. I can pull over under suspicion. I can.
We call this cop-splaining, by the way.
That's fine. And in a traffic stop, most places in traffic stops, we identify the drivers, correct? And we let them know why we stopped.
Y'all are used to IDing people, but y'all, in reality, they got to be committing a crime.
And we let them know why we pulled them over and things like that, right? And that's what's going to happen. Just identify what's going on, let you know. And then
But you're violating people's Fourth Amendment rights by IDing everybody when there's been no crimes being
Under
committed.
reasonable suspicion, sir.
Of what crime?
Okay, so that whole crime thing, I'm going to let you have. Y'all are good to go.
Because I'm right, man.
I'm not saying you're right. I'm not going to admit you're right because you're really not.
Uh-huh.
But I was instructed. I was instructed because somebody apparently does know who y'all are.
Yes,
I don't.
I'm very well known.
And he told me not to get involved until
That's right. That's right. Because you would have been sued. You would have lost your qualified immunity.
So
I
why
just
does she
highlighted
have
a
to,
good cop.
Because
today.
she does the
You
same
used to
thing that
go
I
through
do.
this crap.
She does the same thing that I do.
So have I not been calm with y'all this whole time?
Well, you're trying to get my ID. You're trying to violate my rights. You're trying to violate my
But even then, was
rights.
I calm?
You're calm, but you can calmly violate my rights, but that doesn't mean you're not violating my rights. Huh?
Why am I being cursed at? If I'm being calm, being respectful. I ain't disrespectful.
Because your higher ups said leave this dude alone because he knows what he's talking
The
about.
higher up told me that I could possibly go ahead and arrest you. Do I want to deal with the headache and not choose?
Is that right? Who's
And I
the
said-
higher up
and I
that
said,
told you
no,
that?
sir.
The chief, right? Are you talking to the
I'm not
chief?
telling you who I thought. But it was not the chief.
Your body cam's on, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll get it because I'm gonna get that body cam too.
I said my name earlier. The truck.
I'm gonna get that body cam and I'll
Yeah,
find out who you
what's your
talked
name,
to. I'll
badge
get the static and all the recordings and everything like that. But there was no basis for the stop.
Basically,
The
the stop
license
again was
There
reasonable
was no
suspicion.
basis.
But reasonable suspicion of
Is
what
reasonable suspicion
crime?
is just suspicious.
You can stop people and ask them, but that doesn't mean I have to answer you because I got my Fifth Amendment.
I won't just go to a random person and stop and ask for an ID. I will only
Well,
have a
that's what
reason.
you did tonight.
I didn't, man. I have some
Absolutely, you did.
It's okay.
Suspicious.
Of what
But,
crime?
Right.
Of
we're
what
all good to
crime?
go. Y'all
Okay.
good to go. Y'all have a great night. Be
You're
careful
good
on
to
the
go
highway.
too, right?
Watch out for the deers.
You're dismissed. You're
Yeah.
dismissed, officer.
All right.
Well,
Tyrant.
Y'all be good.
Officer Tyrant, you're dismissed. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Don't do that again.
y'all
Don't
hear
be
this, people?
Tyrant. Be better.
You hear
Do
this,
better,
people?
Officer. Do better.
You hear this, people? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely put this one up, and I'll let y'all see the. I'm gonna add it to the static recording as well.
Folks, if there's one honest truth and feeling that I'm sure all of us got from watching this video, is that it is extremely frustrating to see so much ignorance coming from the officer in this video. Once again, folks, no, it is not surprising, nor even unusual, because this is exactly what 99% of cops are being trained on. A lot of officers like to say that they don't have a quota on how many people they ticket or whatever. I strongly believe that is a huge, big, fat lie. When every police officer we see on basically every video unreasonably ask someone for their ID, they are not being trained on our natural rights, which is why we see the problems we have within these police forces today. In the end times, if and when they do ever come, cops are going to be there to protect no one but themselves and their families, not you and yours. Brush up on your rights and stand up for them whenever the opportunity comes. The First Amendment is the first law of the land that we as people have really seemed to forget. We have the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, and the freedom to protest your government. Folks, those are the 5 elements of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution and what they protect. Make sure you guys head on over to Truth Be Told Audits channel and let them know San Joaquin News Network sent you guys. As always, folks, the original video and channel links will be down below in the description. Hit the like and subscribe if you appreciated this video. All of your guys' love and support is greatly appreciated as well. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.